I started working at the museum and saw immediately the need for more youth and family programs and wanted to engage teens in a more meaningful way in museum work.
Throughout the history of museums, teens have been a consistently low attending audience. They come as young kids in school field trips, and then they come with families. They don't come to museums on their own. Either they can't afford to go or they just don't have access to coming to a museum on their own.
A lot of young adults don't see themselves reflected in the museum, in museum programming, in artists. And so creating opportunities for teens to see themselves represented in the museum is very important.
ArtSpeak is a 10-month-long paid internship for public high school students living in the Bay Area. It focuses on 4 main components: learning about Asian art and culture, working with staff and artists and collaborating with them on different projects, social justice, and developing personal and professional skills.
Growing up in a Chinese American household, I really wanted to learn more about my culture because I didn't understand it much, and I thought the Asian Art Museum was a great place to start.
I was looking for an internship in art, so it seemed perfect because I wanted to learn about the history of art as well as do art.
I remember seeing the application online and filling it out and coming in and just being so amazed by the art here. And I think it's so important to have this space where you have art represented from different parts of the world that you don't get a lot of other places in the city.
It was really cool. It was the first time I actually can see artifacts and art without going to a field trip or something. It's more of a personal experience.
Teens benefit from the ArtSpeak internship because it really sets them up for the next stage of their life, and the internship helps them really focus in on the skills that they want to build. We offer a space where you can have an opportunity to learn and grow in a museum.
So I'm really lucky because this year I just got accepted into Harvard class of 2021, and so the museum has definitely had an impact on my path towards that. Currently I'm thinking about majoring in art history. I'm super interested in the humanities, and also working at the Asian Art Museum has given me a lens on a lot of artwork. I think I'll hopefully take that to the next level.
I think it's taught me to be more responsible for myself, even in my everyday life too. I find myself being more disciplined.
Learning other cultures is really cool, and it was something that opened my horizon.
We got to work with a lot of artists and see what they do. So it went from wood printing to printmaking and stuff like that. I really didn't know that there were so many things that went into art. And it was really cool to kind of experience that and to be influenced by other artists that came here, because it's just, that's kind of my first taste in mixed media. It's something that was kind of outside of my comfort zone, and I actually really had a lot of fun.
At first I wanted to be solely an artist and just make art on my own, but after the internship I think I want to go towards something more social and hands-on, where I get to work with people.
Something surprising that I discovered during my time here was that working in groups could be fun. To work in a group and plan things out and hear everyone's opinions and, sit at an office table and talk things out like that.
It was really empowering as a teenager to be endowed with a responsibility and being a representative of the museum and being trusted with that representation.
That first day was kind of overwhelming for me, because there were so many people coming in. I was always nervous around people, and I would always stay quiet. And talking to families or children, it made me feel more confident in myself.
The amount of learning and the level of ownership and appreciation that the teens have for the experiences is so rewarding. We are creating lifelong and lasting relationships.
I've become way more appreciative of how much energy and effort goes into the planning of museums, and I think that is something that I am very careful to think about when I go to museums today.
Before I joined the museum, I would rarely go to museums. However, after joining, I've seen the real significance of museums. And so I actively take opportunities to go to museums, and I think it's really important. The most I've learned and I found interesting has been through the visitors and just seeing how universal art is. No matter who you are, art can bring a sense of calm and relief.
Now that I've worked at the Asian Art Museum, I'm able to spend a lot more time looking at each and every aspect
of an exhibition.
Today I view museums as a place of community where everyone in the community is accepted to enjoy pieces of art together.
Because of this internship, I learned to ask deeper questions in everyday life, because you never know what you may find and you never know what you can do with the information you receive.
For the future of ArtSpeak, I really see expansion. We're at 6 teens now, and I really think that a great number for us to be at is 10. I also am hoping that the internship offers more space to create teen programs for other teens who may not have the opportunity to be a part of the internship.
The museum's perception of teens has shifted with the ArtSpeak internship in very positive ways. I would like to see the teens engaging even more with staff on a more regular and sustained basis. Staff really enjoy interacting with the teens through informational interviews, and they see the value of planting those seeds at an early age so that we can encourage people to enter into the arts as careers or enter into the museum field